Well, the Zimbabwe Human Rights NGO Forum says at least 12 people have been killed in protests, but the government is yet to release official figures. Hundreds of others were also arrested. Violence broke out after the government more than doubled the petrol prices. Protesters barricaded roads, burned tires and set cars alight. eNCA Zimbabwe correspondent Pindai Dube joins us live now on the line for the very latest. Pindai, good afternoon. What is the situation there now? Are the protests continuing?
No, today is very calm. I'm in the city center and the transport is a bit available, public transport, but there are huge fuel queues. People are looking for fuel, which triggered the protest. And also the security forces have mounted roadblocks at various routes, especially main roads which come into town. And also Nelson Chamisa, the opposition leader, is attending funerals for those people who lost their lives during the protest. So he's in Chitungu, the dormitory town, where he's attending the funeral for Kelvin Choto, who also lost his life during the protest.
Speaking of those who lost their lives, do we have confirmation yet of the number of people who've died and the number of wounded?
What is happening is that civic groups, civil society groups and some NGOs who are on the ground are saying more than 12. But the police are saying only 3 people have died. So we are yet to get the official confirmation from the police on the exact number of people who lost their lives. So I'm sure by Monday they will be able to give us the confirmed figure.
Let's take a look at the government's response. We had a member of ZANU-PF in South Africa on the channel earlier who almost seemed to defend the hard-handed response to the protests, calling the protests barbaric. What is the official response at the moment from the government side?
Yes, the government continued to say that the fuel prices will not be reduced because already Zimbabwe had the cheapest fuel in the region. They are also calling those people who were protesting as hooligans, who were meant to remove President Mnangagwa. According to the state-owned Herald, they are saying the protests were not meant were not about fuel, but they were about to remove President Mnangagwa. As we have seen, several people, including Evan Mawarire, have been charged with treason, subversion, that of trying to remove a constitutional elected government. So that's the response from the government. And also the security minister, Owen Ngube, said that nothing at all was about fuel. It was about a group of civil society who were planning to topple the government.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa is still abroad at the moment. What's the feeling of Zimbabweans about the fact that the head of state isn't even in a country which, for all intents and purposes, is burning?
Yes, several Zimbabweans and civic groups are calling for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to come back home urgently. He's supposed to attend Davos, the World Economic Forum in Davos, and right now he's in Eastern Europe. So they're saying he's supposed to come home urgently and resolve the crisis in the country rather than to attend such events where they are sure that he won't get investment because the country is in a serious crisis. So that's the position of most people here in Harare.
That's our Zimbabwe correspondent Pindai Dube talking to us from Harare there about the latest in that country.